Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Mike, 54.
Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Shoot.
Let's get off
Young
the field.
set to throw.
Let's get off the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. We knew this game had the potential to have quite a few twists and turns, but maybe not on the very first play of the game.
And not only did they end up with an interception, they got an actual bonus too. A nice return ends up setting them up first and goal. What a change and what a twist.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Check, 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 check.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. We see pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Young on third down. That'll be caught. It's Hester. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
There, 54 Mike. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Let go.
Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Here we go.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains
watch
turn
the
into
slant,
bigger
watch the
runs
slant.
later.
Ready?
On second down, Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. One-yard gain.
Yeah!
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready. 10 Tucson.
Watch the backer. 24 is the mic.
Big River.
Young on third down. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let him know. Let's go. Let him know.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mike 54. Who that? Mike 54.
Look, squeeze.
Let's go. Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Young flushed out. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Mike 53.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Focus, defense, focus.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free.
Check 50.
24.
Haywood.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Baby!
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. 6-0 our score after 1.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now, as a coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Check 9. Bang out. Bam. Touch 50.
Echo. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Nice.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Check.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Alert.
Shoulder.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Running out of the gun here, Breida.
Run.
1 yard, the official pickup there,
Your
so it's
trip
going to
is
set
here,
up
baby.
3rd and
Your
9.
trip is here.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They need to get this to the 24 on
number
3rd
53.
down.
Mike 53. It's our time. Check 24.
Under 10. 10.
49, check 49.
Friday. Gun.
I got you, baby. I got you.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's Hester. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Rocket.
Check.
To throw is Young. To throw on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is fielded at the 7. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said,
Tyler Lockett, he's at the 40. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle.
Yeah, good job, Bo.
Tyler Lockett, 83 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Get ready, get ready.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. You pick up another first down with that run.
It's going to be a long... It's going to be
first down, here's Breida.
Come on, run!
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
58, the mic.
Watch the run.
Zebra. Pre-alert.
Baby, that's baby stop. Watch safety creep.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
That's it, baby.
As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Spot that. Good job right there. Check 26, check.
Let's go.
Hey, 0, strike.
Number
From the
53,
shotgun,
53.
Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
That wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, Wilson.
I got him.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
That's
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
Let's go.
And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here, get some points now, and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum.
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
380.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Check 50, check 50.
Check safety, check safety. 53's the Mike. 53, check 53. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
66, bullet, ha.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
SOS.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Come on,
set. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here,
I'm going to hit
regroup.
you all
But
day,
how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
18. Hey, alert. Gun.
It's the Mike. Going 58 to the Mike. Ain't no such thing as a look.
From the 24, Wilson. It's caught by Coleman. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Let's go, boys.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get into him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Hey, tight. Go, 14.
There you go.
53's the Mike. 53. Check.
Number 39, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line.
26 yards. That's another Seahawks.
Mike.
53. Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
This is Brady.
We're getting tired of seeing
And
me.
they'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Baby.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and
Quit
7.
talking about it and bring it. Back.
Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
58's the Mike.
You can't block me.
Tight dog.
Friday.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Matt Breida.
Touchdown,
already
baby.
his 2nd
6.
touchdown
Quick
here
6.
this
That's what they
opening
call
weekend.
them.
As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
Target.
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that?
30 base.
The defensive front. They got you to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Get it.
On 2nd and 7, Young airing it out deep for Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You see me out here?
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Redskins.
That's correct. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
Go, 14.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
They run again with Breida.
Run!
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball
Here
and
we go.
protect this
Here we
lead.
go.
Give it to the backs,
Here we
put a
go.
little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop
You
them.
gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Check.
Here's three. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Boom!
No
Yeah,
gain on the play.
baby.
It'll be second down. We are through
Watch
three
tight,
quarters
tight ends
here
right.
on
Watch
NFL
tight, tight ends
Kickoff
right.
Weekend.
We
We'll
got four.
return with more
We got
after
four.
this. This is the NFL, and it's on
Watch
EA
it.
Sports.
Check. 53's Mike. Too little.
Hey, alert.
Twist. Watch the twist.
On second down now, it's Coleman. After getting stuffed on first down, not
That's
much
it,
better
baby.
there.
That's
2-yard
it.
gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Seahawks on third
Hey, we got
down.
Mike,
Just
number
1 for 3
53.
thus
Mike,
far.
53.
This is
Hey,
third and 8.
Check.
Chef.
Off.
53's the Mike. 53. Check.
Punch left.
Wilson operating from the gun. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he gets it
Let's go,
down to the 48, enough for the first. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10
Got you, boy.
at the
I got you, boy.
48-yard line. They run with Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
90.
53's the Mike.
Hey, alert.
What up, guys? Check 37.
Front left.
Big Dad.
Alert.
Ball trot.
Throwing on second and 14. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
No. Off.
22, Jet Bubba.
Now it's Breida. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Now this is going to carry well
Good
into
one,
the end
boys.
zone
Let's go.
for a touchback.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked
You
up near
see
the
me out
42.
here? That's right.
And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
Our time. It's our time.
And I know that the most recent time that happened, the guy
I got you, boy.
Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
Yeah, baby.
But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Friday.
Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7
Check
picks.
99.
Shift.
64. Weak.
Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, this complete to Lockett. And he'll get it down to the 47
Come on
here.
now. Let's go.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
I'm coming after you. Shift, watch the shift. Run left.
From the 44, Wilson.
Let's set a tone,
They'll lock
fellas.
him
Let's
with a
set a
grab
tone.
over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
Let's go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Nice.
Gun.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Line 90. Tough strike.
53, Mike, 53.
Watch the run.
Delta. 53, check, 53.
Wilson. First down inside the 10. This is caught. Clark. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
Nice hit,
It's
boy.
a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a